Welcome to Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. In this show, loser leaves town. Right now, we are going to see our first match. The returning Jayson Cesar is going to go one-on-one against Felix Aldea. Felix Aldea have had a lot of matches in this past few months, and he has had great success, mainly tag teaming with Nietzsche. But now, we are going to see him go one-on-one against somebody who have returned to the Pro Wrestling Dojo. It's very good to be back home. You don't know how much this means to me, really. As many of you know, at the beginning of my career, I was a student of Mike Mendoza. It's true. It's very true. And you know why? The best lesson that Mike Mendoza learned? Do you know? Was if I wanted to be a real wrestler, I had to get out of Puerto Rico or I'm gonna be as mediocre as Mike Mendoza. So I got into an airplane and went away. Shut up, I'm talking and I'm not talking with you. Not only I went away, then I got a real teacher with this shirt, Mecha Wolf, the real champion of Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. So I don't care. I don't care. Now Felix Aldea is coming to begin this match. And we're beginning hot as Felix Aldea is going to Jayson Cesar. He's hitting him hard every chance he gets. Just hitting him over and over again. Just turning up the intensity to 11. Taking him off his feet. Taking him off guard. It seems like Felix Aldea does not like the disrespect that Jayson Cesar did to Mike Mendoza, and explaining that his real teacher is actually 450, and we're seeing Aldea hitting Jayson Cesar repeatedly, taking him off his feet, off the ground. Felix Aldea is one that have grown a lot in the past few months, mainly as the tag team of Nietzsche. One of the things that we are seeing more and more about Felix Aldea is his intensity. He's somebody who explodes, who goes hard, who goes all the way to destroy his opponent. Now, right now, what is dangerous is that we don't know particularly how Jayson Cesar actually fights, because Jayson Cesar is a very new talent to Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. We are talking here that he is a very, even though that he was an early student, he hasn't been on the dojo for years. So most wrestlers know each other in this place, but Aldea doesn't know Jayson Cesar. So Jayson Cesar can actually surprise them from time to time. Right now, Jayson Cesar have regained control by using the own intensity of Felix Aldea against them. If there's a way to defeat Felix Aldea, usually is to use his own intensity against them, using his own force against him, and that way controlling the matchup, which is exactly what Jayson Cesar is doing. Other thing that we have to remember is that Jayson Cesar is heavier than Felix Aldea, so if he is able to keep up the pressure, putting him down, not letting Felix Aldea run wild, we may see a matchup that is completely controlled by Jayson Cesar. Jayson Cesar now repeatedly chopping Felix Aldea. Felix Aldea just asking to receive even more chops, and he reversed it and repeatedly chopping Jayson Cesar over and over again, throwing into the ropes. We see a side slam into the middle of the ring. Jayson Cesar regaining the control. It's gonna be hard for Felix Aldea to keep up those bursts for a long time. Size difference can be a real deal breaker in this matchup. Now he's teasing him, showing that he's now dominating this match, but Felix Aldea will not keep himself on the ground for long as he's just fighting back with all that he got. Reversing now with a sunset flip and only a 2. Slamming him into the mat. Only a 2 count. Jayson Cesar is maintaining the control of the match. Very reasonable right now. For what we are seeing of Jayson Cesar, he's more dominating through control and through his weight. Maintaining with its power, keeping Felix Aldea at bay. Now for how long he can keep Felix Aldea under control. This match can get reversed at any second. Felix Aldea have been shown to, with his explosiveness, do really nasty stuff to the point that he has been able to put Fuerza Recia to the ropes, like making them retreat and making two guys that are 200 pound plus each away from the ring means that Felix Aldea's explosiveness can truly dominate a match. And the size difference, the 30 to 40 pound, the 20 to 30 pound size difference here may not be that different, knowing how much power Felix Aldea have had to deal with and have survived in the past. Felix Aldea, an expert of fighting from beneath, he just starting to wake up back and just hitting Jayson Cesar repeatedly, forcing him into the ropes. Jayson Cesar tries to reverse it back, only for him to jump over him and uses the impulse of the ropes to bring him down and shoulder tackle, bring him back again, carrying him, just showing a great deal of strength for a Samoan drop. And this could be it. 1, 2, and he kicks out. Going through the ropes, getting reversed, faceplant DDT, going for the count, 2 count. Jayson Cesar now growing desperate. He doesn't know how to manage this. He wants to end the match as fast as possible. Now that he has felt a little bit more of what Felix Aldea can do, Felix Aldea throwing him into the rope, getting him into a dip 6, not enough to win the match. Felix Aldea bringing him up, hitting him repeatedly with forearms, now both competing in this strike versus strike matchup, you would think that Cesar has the advantage, but we have seen that you can never, ever, ever underestimate Felix Aldea. Block. Repeated punches to the face. Revert into a driver. But he kicks out at 2. Trying to hit him with a big boot, using the ropes for a wicked spear with all the impulse that he could get, and this is it. Felix Aldea has taken this match. Welcome back to Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. Jayson Cesar was defeated on his first match back by Felix Aldea. Now on our next matchup, Xavier Millet, who has been going into a rampage in the past few weeks. The last month, he was defeated by JC Navarro. So we are having a Xavier Millet who has experienced defeat, and now he's really, really mad, and he's going against Terror Nocturno. Terror Nocturno, this is the first one-on-one match that he is having on Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. We will be able to see if he is able to defeat the 250-pound plus giant. Terror Nocturno wanting to have a fair match, giving him the hand, but right now Xavier Millet is not in the mood for that type of thing. Xavier Millet wants to have something to prove after the defeat against JC Navarro. So this is a very important match for him, and I don't think that he wants a respectful match. He wants to go all out and defeat Terror Nocturno in a quick fashion. But we see that Terror Nocturno is prepared for Xavier Millet, using wrestling holds to control the gigantic monster, using holds to keep him at bay, but the strength of Xavier Millet means that this will be a very, very hard endeavor to pull off. He immediately got crashed into the canvas. Sent him through the ropes. Terror Nocturno using quick speed, using the impulse to the ropes to hit the big guy, using chops to make him retreat into the ropes. Now, something to remember is that the use of chops and strikes to keep the beast into the corner was one of the main techniques that JC Navarro used to control the matchup and take the victory over Xavier Millet. So, knowing now the weakness that Xavier Millet has, it opened the door to other wrestlers. Take advantage of those weaknesses and apply them to this person. So one defeat can be devastating to a wrestler because everybody knows what your holes are. But as you can see, Xavier Millet has regained control of the matchup, just throwing him over his head with that in that power slam position, and now completely taking control. Terror Nocturno is right now experiencing what it's like to have a massive size difference. Because even though that he's using chops and wrestling holds to control the matchup, just like JC Navarro did last month, it may not be enough to be able to control the huge size difference that we have between these two competitors. Xavier Millet is going to the top rope, adding things to his repertoire. A beautiful swanton, only to miss. That was very risky, but it's very scary to see somebody who weighs this much throwing himself from the top rope, and with that amount of jump, hitting that would have been devastating. but instead he received the damage to himself. This is the opportunity that Terror Nocturno now has to be able to control this matchup. And now he is repeatedly hitting him, making sure not to get hit back with those massive fists. Hitting him into the midsection, going into a DDT. Now he has him on the floor right where he wants him, going for the cover, and only gets a 2 count. Putting him back into the corner, hitting him with chops. This time, slower chops, but heavier on the hands. Trying to control him, keeping him in the ropes, keeping him in the corner. Xavier Millet throwing him out, not wanting to feel that pressure. Terror Nocturno hits him with the knees, putting him down. Now he's gonna use his whole body weight for a massive cannonball. This could be it. This could be the opportunity that Terror Nocturno wants to actually get a victory over Xavier Millet, but Xavier Millet actually pulls him out with quite a bit of ease. Seems like Terror Nocturno is not even close right now to get the defeat. At least he having stagger enough that he could control it. A claw to Terror Nocturno. Terror Nocturno is just screaming in pain right now and transitioning directly into the choke slam. Almost 7 feet into the ground, and that is it. Xavier Millet is able to take this matchup in a very, very quick and dominant fashion. Xavier Millet is not here to play. Xavier Millet is here to win. And right now, he wants vengeance. Adam Riggs and Edrax are going to have a tag team match after one complete year without fighting together. Now they are going for the Espíritu Pro Wrestling Cup. They're going against Fuerza Recia. Fuerza Recia have been the most dominant tag team right now in the division. Both of them having incredible one-on-one matches, but as well, just incredibly successful tag team bouts. The bell is rung on our first round of the Espíritu Pro Wrestling Tag Team Cup. Here we have Fuerza Recia going against Adam Riggs and Edrax. We're seeing that Adam Riggs is paying respect to his ex-tag team partner. They have been tag team in the past, so they actually know each other quite well. You can actually consider them friends, even though they're not friends in this match. Right now they have to put their friendship aside. We are seeing an Adam Riggs that is far more comfortable now, fighting against him, being a more friendly type of wrestler. Usually in this matchup, Adam Riggs and Edrax have been widely known to be a very dirty tag team. Ones that will take cut corners, attack limbs, separate wrestlers from their tag teams. But it seems like Adam Riggs is taking a different approach against his tag team partner and actually generally trying to out-wrestle him, taking advantage that he knows him so well. He's searching to reverse their typical approach and be able to out-wrestle him. Other thing that we have to remember is that this is a very, very different Adam Riggs from an Adam Riggs that we know from the past. These Adam Riggs have now wrestled against Mark Davison. It has gone one-on-one against, and Edrax just taking the tag by surprise from Adam Riggs. I don't think he enjoys the style of matchup that Adam Riggs is doing right now. It's very different to the type of match that they're accustomed to. these two have been attacking from a long time, but I feel like Edrax is tagging with a very, 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 very different Adam Riggs. Now, we are seeing Edrax trying to control Baltasar Bruno. But it's very hard to control Baltasar Bruno. Right now, the key part for victory from Edrax and Adam Riggs is to actually control positioning. So what you have to do is that you have to use tag team wrestling to control two people who outweighs them for a lot. So they have to use tag team wrestling to actually get this matchup up and running. Now, right now, he's using trickery to get that victory, but he only gets shoulder tackle out of its boots. The strength difference between these two tag teams is massive. If they want victory, they have to work as a unit. And what they have shown is that they're not actually coordinating very well right now. While Fuerza Recia is completely are working like a just well-oiled machine. They have been tag team for so long. They just completely know each other. They are really going at it. They're really coordinating. Plus the size difference. I am having a hard time seeing how Adam Riggs and Edrax are gonna come out on top on this matchup. It seems like Baltasar Bruno and it seems like Fuerza Recia is just taking all the... Oh my goodness, that sidekick. Massive, massive hit. We see Harry Williams taking complete control now of the match. Fuerza Recia dominating here. The strikes are just impeccable. Very short suplex right now with high impact. That snap suplex just hitting him. Another snap suplex and just changing back and forth between the two of them, hitting repeatedly towards Edrax. Now a double suplex. In a tag team matchup, if you are able to completely destroy one of the opponent, it just kind of becomes a handicap, really. It is very obvious that Fuerza Recia knows what they're doing as a tag team right now. They're very experienced as a tag team in this very moment, using all the tools at their disposal, their size, their speed. They're using their tag team coordination to get victory. It is incredible what we're seeing here. We're seeing a tag team that coordination, size, there is a discussion to be had that Fuerza Recia maybe right now is one of the best tag teams in Puerto Rico, bar none. It is kind of incredible. Oh my god, just carrying Edrax and slamming him into the mat with that deep six. That very lazy cover right now was almost to humiliate Edrax at this point. And now hitting Adam Riggs, taking advantage of the hot-headedness of Adam Riggs. It's almost like they actually know Adam Riggs. They know that Adam Riggs' weakness is how hot-headed he can get, how he would use all of his energy and can actually just completely take over his matchups. he has lost a lot of the time from the impulsivity that he has. And seeing that Fuerza Recia knows these weaknesses of him, it makes you wonder if Harry Williams, being attacked him of Adam Riggs in the past, is using these recon against them right now. Edrax is able to reverse using a combination of kicks, fooling the giant, being able to use that missile dropkick to finally put him down. This is the opportunity. He has to go to the corner. He has to get to Adam Riggs. He has to get to his tag team right now. He is very hurt after that combinations of hits between those two. This is the opportunity. This is the only window that they have if they want to actually get a win. And he is able to get the tag to Adam Riggs. Adam Riggs going directly to his past teammate, hitting him repeatedly with shoulder tackles. Miss the lariat, throwing him in a body backdrop, putting him into the corner to corner, taking impulse, gigantic forearm to his former tag team, hitting him twice, going for the third, fooling him, making those hits far more unpredictable. This could be the last one. He is able to throw him over his head, protecting himself, but only to get blocked by Adam Riggs. Adam Riggs going into that tornado DDT. This could be it. Going for the 3 count. Only gets a 2 count. We see that right now Baltasar Bruno just broke the rules entering sooner, but Adam Riggs was able to predict it, actually coordinating into a combination of a hit to a gigantic frog splash, neutralizing the giant. This is the opportunity, this is the window, but he got distracted worrying about the well-being of Adrax. Very unlike Adam Riggs, only to get suplexed, allowing Fuerza Recia to take back control of this matchup, going for the count, and we get a kick out. That hesitation that we saw from Adam Riggs may have cost them the match, really. This was a very good window, but Edrax actually paid attention and saw that his tag team was in danger, and now he's going for a superplex, bringing him down, knowing that Baltasar Bruno has been neutralized with that frog splash. This could be the opportunity, and we get a superplex and transition it directly to a Falcon Arrow. Going for the count. We get a 1, 2, and he's able to put his foot on the rope. Fuerza Recia showing ring awareness right now, specifically Harry Williams. Harry Williams going to the corner, protecting himself. Right now they're not able to take a cover onto Harry Williams. They cannot win, so Harry Williams very smartly putting himself into the corner, protecting himself, protecting the person that actually can give them the defeat. Baltasar Bruno now back on his feet, just absolutely dominated with that wicked spine buster, going into a boot to the face, knocking Edrax out. Adam Riggs using the ropes, trying to take the beast off his feet. Over and over, repeatedly hitting with those tackles. using his body as a launching pad, seeing if he can bring back the beast down, throwing them out, coordinating with his tag team. Ezrax hits a massive fireman's carrier into the giant, just lifting him up off his feet, showing off his strength, throwing him off the ring, knowing that if they keep Baltazar out of the ring, they will not be able to protect the actual target, which right now is Harry Williams, the legal man that they have to punish for the win. They're done. There's 2 against 1. They have complete control in this matchup, but it seems like Adam Ring is very conflicting of actually going into a 2-on-1 situation with his former tag team. The hesitation just cost them. He hit the wrong person and he directly got hit. He's going for a tour of the island, but he missed. Going into a backbreaker into the back of the neck. This is the opportunity that they were searching for. The hesitation almost cost them the match. It seems like Edrex did not like this at all. Breaking the count. We see that Edrex is really mad against Adam Riggs for what he had done. Adam Riggs have showcased a lot of hesitation in this matchup. A lot of the times not pulling off the moves consistently with the right timing. And Edrex is just sick of it. Hitting him with a spine buster. Hating his tag team. Edrex is somebody who does not have any patience for mistakes in any way, shape, or form. And now Adam Riggs is in the middle of the ring, no protection, having been hit with a devastating and that was it. That pile driver to that tag team move just finished Adam Riggs, and it doesn't seem like Harry Williams has any hesitation of hurting his tag team partner on like Adam Riggs. I guess it's just wrestling business at this point. Fuerza Recia is going to the finals. And a fist bump to the almost unconscious, limp body of Adam Riggs. Massive loss for Adam Riggs. It really will make him take his position. I think Adam Riggs at this point is in a very conflicting spot. He has changing his style of wrestling to be a more intense but less tricky and trying to cut less corners, but it really costs them when you're wrestling one-on-one and having attacked him with somebody like Edwards. You have to adapt to that style, and he was not able to. On our next matchup, we're gonna have Natalia Perez and Sabat tag teaming for the first time, going against Nietzsche and Nair Robles. Nietzsche and Nair Robles are gonna be together going against Natalia Perez and Sabat. We will see who wins, if the experience of Nietzsche is able to guide this matchup to victory, or if the size difference of Sabat is able to actually dominate it. Natalia Perez is somebody who has a lot more experience than Nair, if we're talking about experience plus. She has an easier track, knowing that his parents she is wrestling royalty. She has been born into this business. She knows this business in and out. She knows what wrestling is about because she has been taught from very early age. So we are seeing who is able to win in this matchup. We're seeing that Nietzsche is taking control, kind of excusing to the audience that right now he is being forced to kind of hit a woman. So both are moving around, just move. It's incredible how Natalia Perez actually controls the ring almost like a 5-year veteran when she's about 2 years of experience right now in the ring. He's going for a top but Nietzsche immediately gets out of the way, using the audience as a shield. Is one of the things that you have to know about wrestling Nietzsche is that Nietzsche is always 10 feet ahead of you. He does know a lot about his ring presence. He knows where you are. So he will be able to control the situation in an expert way. Now Natalia is gonna use the massive size difference that there is between Sabat and Nair to his advantage, but it doesn't seem like Nair is afraid at all of the mastodon that is Sabat. Sabat is very hesitant of hitting not only a woman, but a woman that is almost easily 60 to 100 pounds lighter. Nair is just repeatedly hitting Sabat. Sabat is getting really mad, taking off his hair, and she's able to arm drag him away, now taking impulse and now hitting Sabat. Sabat is very hesitant to hit Nair back, and Nair is taking advantage of that hesitation. He's taking impulse, he's using the impulse against him, hitting him in the midsection, going into a beautiful head scissors, taking Sabat off his feet and hitting him back. Now grabbing her by the hair, hitting her back and midsection, grabbing her again, pulling her hair, just slamming her into the mat. We are seeing that Sabat have completely lost control of himself. He's really pissed off right now. Seems like the honorable man kind of slowly broke apart the more Nair just taunted him. Now we are seeing Natalia Perez taking control of a weakened Nair. Natalia Perez being very smart, using the weight and size difference of Sabat to hurt Nair, and now she's just kind of picking up the bones of Nair. Now she will dominate this matchup, and she will be able to easily control somebody who was hurt by just those massive strikes from Sabat. Nair reversing. She's throwing her body into Natalia, now taking over. Now he's putting Natalia into a headlock, taking control back. Right now, Sabat is asking her to come back so she will be able to tag him. She's using the rope only to get caught in that arm drag. Now she's putting him into the armbar. Nair is really controlling the ground game here. Hitting him into the turnbuckle. Now using her leg to pressure into the neck. Nair is an extremely aggressive female wrestler. She is more of a technical wrestler, but it's a technical wrestler that uses his weight. She uses dirty tactics. She will just ground you and grind you. till you're not be able to take it anymore, and using her size and weight to her advantage and crushing whoever she's actually defeating. She has a very... Her aggression is his main tool. He's her main weapon, and right now she's able to dominate Natalya even in her weakened state. Now she's using the weight again. Both of them get hit. Both of them are down. Now they have to both go into their tag team partners. Natalya is able to get to Sabat. Nair is able to get to Nietzsche. Now it's Nietzsche against Sabat. Size versus experience. Now we're going to see if Nietzsche is able to control the matchup or Sabat is able to use his size against them. Right now he's trying to hit, but Nietzsche is responding at every single turn, hitting him over and over. Now hitting him with multiple lariats. Nietzsche have wrestled people far bigger than Sabat in the past. Every single size. He is so good at this. Corkscrew moonsault into Sabat. Sabat trying to recover, going to the ground. Natalya able to cut Nietzsche in a DDT destroyer. Nair using his strength to carry Natalya into a DDT, trying to get the count. But now Sabat grabs her by the hair, slamming her into the mat. People are really mad at him. He got distracted by the crowd. Nietzsche took advantage of that distraction, using his body to throw him over the top rope. Now the two legal women are in the middle of the ring, Natalya and Nair. Natalya is able to reverse, hitting him with that faceplant. 1, 2, 3. Natalya was able to take the victory. Nietzsche is very surprised about the really quick victory that Natalya was able to pull off. Natalya was able to maneuver herself to be able to win. Nietzsche is really upset about this. Seems like they still want to fight between Nietzsche and Sabat right now. Seems like Nietzsche did not like that Sabat went so aggressive against Nair. But what option did Nair gave to Sabat, to be honest? And Nair still going at Sabat, incredibly aggressive against him. Now Sabat wants to hit her back, but now trying to keep them away from each other. And now they're going to fist. It seems like this have completely gone out of control. Now Natalya is hitting Nair. Nietzsche is hitting Sabat. Better to keep the peace. Nietzsche just grabs Nair by the wrist. I'm telling her to not keep this fight going. Natalya telling Nietzsche to keep Nair under control. Nair really not caring. Natalya and Sabat were the winners of this matchup. On our next bout, the formerly known Argentine Chris Mendoza, the brother of Mike Mendoza, recently revealed he's going to go one-on-one against Ruben. Ruben is a new wrestler here in Espíritu Dojo. He has been on the dojo for a really long time, but this is the first match that we're going to see in front of a crowd. And we begin this match. Chris Mendoza against Ruben. This is the first match that Ruben is having in front of a crowd. This man has been on the dojo for years at this point. He big fan of CM Punk, Triple H. This match is actually a match done, a celebration of the International Recognition Day of Autism. For those of you who know, Ruben actually suffers from autism, and he's right now here on a pro wrestling ring, accomplishing his dreams. We are seeing that Ruben is using more of a technical style, hitting him with a hip toss. Chris Mendoza now trying to go for a collar elbow tie-up, only to be sent to the corner once again by Ruben. Ruben feeding off the crowd. Ruben really happy of being on a wrestling ring in front of a crowd. And Chris Mendoza just fooling Ruben. Chris Mendoza, to difference of El Gentil, he not taking off the mask was not only a change in aesthetics, but actually have been a change in his style. Now he's using his technical ability, but now he's using technical ability in more aggressive fashion than El Gentil used to do, fooling the opponent and hitting him from different types of strikes, not knowing where path is gonna go, if Chris Mendoza is gonna go for a more hard-hitting, brawling style, or if he's going to actually maneuver himself into a position to use different submission styles. Ruben, big chop to Chris Mendoza, crushing him into the corner, using the ropes to hit him in the back of his head. And now Chris Mendoza, right when he stands up, using the mask against him. Putting him into a snap suplex and going for a cover. Ruben not giving up. Putting into the headlock. Ruben stands up. Using different types of kick. Ruben has a very similar style to Chris Mendoza, actually to the original El Gentil. They have been trained together for quite a long time, and it's very evident that Ruben has taken a lot of inspiration from El Gentil, using different wrestling maneuvers to control and using striking to change up the pace and to create unpredictable maneuvers. Gigantic spear by Ruben, using his weight to crush the abdomen of Chris Mendoza. One thing that Ruben will be using to take advantage of this match is using his weight against Chris Mendoza. Chris Mendoza struggles quite a bit to lift him up for that rock bottom. Standing up again, stunner, surprise stunner by Ruben, able to take Chris Mendoza away from him and going to the 3 count, giving him the surprise victory. absolutely impressive. He's taking off his mask, celebrating this victory, the first match of Ruben, and he actually won against Chris Mendoza, a very experienced wrestler here in the Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. Mike Mendoza asking for a microphone. Ruben, come over here. Come here. I'm gonna tell you something. You graduated today. The crowd is ecstatic, celebrating Ruben's victory. Ruben now officially part of the Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo's roster. In the first of our dual main event, we have, for the first contendership match, a fatal four-way where we're gonna see JC Navarro, one of the teachers, going against Androide 787, who wants to recover the belt after it was taken away by Mecha Wolf. Would he able to recover this fighting against his master? And Manu, the ex-champion who has been searching for the title since he lost it against Android 787. He has shown that he has not lost since then, dominating match after match, and Mike Mendoza wanted to become Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo champion for the first time. The teacher, will he ever to take that championship away from Mecha Wolf, who spit on the title and said that he was going to dominate Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. So the four-way starts, and he starts hot as Manu is going into the aggressive offensive as he always does, going face to face against his teacher Mike Mendoza, going into striking forearm after forearm. Mike Mendoza going in front of him only to be overwhelmed by chops and forearm from his student Manu. He's able to dodge, but immediately being caught by JC Navarro. JC Navarro gets caught by Manu, and Manu gets caught by Android 787, and all of them see each other. Going into a four-way is complete chaos. You have to be thinking about three other wrestlers. You have to worry about three different wrestlers fighting you at once that can come out by surprise at any moment. This type of matchup could advantage more fast, explosive styles of Mike Mendoza and Android 787, but do not underestimate the experience of JC Navarro or the explosiveness of Manu, as both of them can dominate this matchup at any minute. Mike Mendoza with a dropkick, sending Manu to the outside, only to dodge. Now Android 787 dodging and maneuvering his way from Mike Mendoza. Android 787 having won a match against Mike Mendoza in the past. Android 787 may know the weaknesses of Mike Mendoza and can take advantage of it. Maybe that's who he's aiming at. If he is able to defeat Mike Mendoza in this fatal four-way, he can hit any of the three wrestlers, and he can appoint which one he wishes to pin and see what is the weak link in this four-way. Now we see JC Navarro using a power slam, trying to cover Android 787, now hitting the three amigos onto Android 787, but he's immediately stopped by Mike Mendoza, and now he is caught into the three amigos, but he's interrupted It's interrupted again by Manu, and Manu hit him with a wicked snap German suplex directly into the neck, not letting him go twice. Absolutely brutal. Mike Mendoza hitting him with the sidekick. Now Android the 787 taking advantage, bringing the big man out. Now we see Mike Mendoza taunting him, setting a trap for Android the 787, who falls, just caught the bait, sinking. He goes for the topical hero, hitting all four of them at the same time. Now Mike Mendoza finally being able to take control of this match. We see Mike Mendoza was able to set that up perfectly, hitting all four at the same time. Now he's able to isolate JC Navarro. He doesn't have to think about the other three wrestlers at the same time. Now he can actually go and concentrate into one specific wrestler, this time selecting JC Navarro. JC Navarro has not pinned Mike Mendoza, so maybe Mike Mendoza thinks he has a better matchup against them. It seems all the wrestlers have recovered and entered into the ring at the same time, trying to catch JC Navarro, but JC Navarro caught him into a sit-down powerbomb. The crowd is loving the chaos, is loving the mayhem of this four-way. And now we see forearm after forearm as Manu is hitting repeatedly JC Navarro. Now he has to contend with Android 787, who uses the rope to caught him into a sleeper hold, a guillotine choke. Gets reversed, but he's able to caught him into a cutter. And now quickly Manu is going to the ropes to protect himself from any type of cover. Going directly onto JC Navarro, but he's able to reverse it and kick him, having him in the middle of the ring. In no man's land, he's trying to do a missile dropkick, but he just get caught into a Boston Crab, trying to stop it, but Mike Mendoza takes the opportunity to put a Boston Crab of himself. Now both of them are trapped onto Boston Crab. Who would give up first? Whoever gives up first will give the match to the opponent, but it seems like Android 787 is able to reverse the maneuver and change it into a DDT. And now Mike Mendoza was completely open for that Shining Wizard, and now all four wrestlers on the ground, exhausted after that explosive beginning. It seems Manu is the first one lifting himself up, now having the advantage. Hitting Navarro hitting Mike Mendoza hitting Android 787, just trading punches one after the other. Just kicking and punching each other. Android 787 goes for a kick to the head. Bicycle kick to Manu, bringing him down, but bringing him down himself. And JC Navarro is able to bait Android 787. And it seems that we are seeing a Tower of Doom, but now Android 787 seems to take advantage of that Tower of Doom and use the impulse for a gorgeous sliced bread into, but Mike Mendoza is able to stop it. Really smart thinking from Android 787, who's going to slice bread, but he's able to block it and change it into a GTS, but the but then he gets caught to that wicked pile driver from Manu, and Manu changed to a blue thunder bomb. 1, 2, 3. Manu is able to get the victory. Manu now is being the first contender for the Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo champion, meaning that he's going one-on-one against Mecha Wolf. Mecha Wolf against Manu will be an incredible match of fury. As you can see, this matchup, these four-ways was complete chaos, and Manu was able to come out on top. Everybody hitting with everything that they got. Fast, furious. But now, Manu has dominated the matchup. Manu is ready to recover the champion that he lost. Now for our main event, Hijo del Enigma is going against, and we started off hot. There is no entrances in this match. This is for loser leaves town, literally. As whoever loses this match has to leave Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. Hitting a suplex on the concrete. Right now, Hijo del Enigma is taking the advantage. This match was set up by Eros because Eros thought that his style, that is a very sneaky style, aggressive style, that tries to grind the opponent, will be better suited for this type of no-rule hardcore match type of setting. But right now, we see that Hijo del Enigma is just expecting the traps, and he's using his aggression to completely grind down Eros. Remember, in this match, everything is on the line. Whoever loses has to leave Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. And for Hijo del Enigma, this means a lot. This is his house. This is the place where he grew, the place where he transformed into a wrestler. He has a tattoo in his thigh of Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo means the world to this guy. And right now, he's putting it all on the line in this hardcore match. We see Eros taking advantage of the no-rule stipulation and going directly for the groin and hitting him in the back with that pan, picking up a chair and going for multiple body shots. Using the chair as the tool that he will use to put excruciating punishment into Hijo del Enigma. Hijo del Enigma gets prepared, thrown into a suplex right to the chair. Hitting him into the body. This is one of the things that Eros have the advantage, and he knows he has the advantage. Eros goes very specifically for certain body parts. He will try to grind you, but he knows where. He will use the tools at his disposal to hurt Hijo del Enigma's body. Just slamming him into that chair. Head first. Now kicking him while he's down, and a DDT to put more excruciating damage after that really devastating headshot with the chair in the turnbuckle. Using the ladder, now using the chair to double the punishment. He is in excruciating pain, going into the ropes, trying to defend himself. But right now, there is no rules. There is no protection on the ropes. If you go to the ropes, the referee cannot pull you back. The ropes is not a safe zone. There is no safe zone in this match. You're always at the mercy of Eros while he's using tools to decimate you. Now we see Eros completely disrespecting the referee in this matchup. Now we see, oh my god, hitting him with the small part of the chair, probably directly into the eye. This is a new look at Hijo del Enigma. Hijo del Enigma in this match is a more aggressive one because he had everything to lose in this match. Putting in the neck of Hijo del Enigma on the rope and starting to choke him. There's nothing that the referee can do about it. If Hijo del Enigma taps out, getting his trachea crushed into the rope, the referee, the only thing that he can do is just to call the bell. It's an incredibly risky match. Both wrestlers risking their health for this match, but it seems like it doesn't matter for Hijo del Enigma. Risking his health means less to him than risking his career in Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. And now we see the disrespect, breaking the mask. Again, no disqualification if he completely rips the mask apart. Hijo del Enigma has to just show his face because the match will not get stopped. Just choking Hijo del Enigma on that chair. Going into the top rope. Seems like he's going for a hit directly to the back of the neck while he's sitting down. But he expected it and changes into the cutter. Trachea first into the corner of the chair. This could be it. He has to go for a cover. He has to capitalize on the damage being applied to Eros at this very moment. But he's having a very hard time standing up. He's grabbing the kendo stick. He wants to put all the punishment into Eros. He's trying to hit him before he gets hit with that kendo stick, and that Eros is repeatedly hitting him everywhere. He's going. He's not caring about how much damage he does. He's just hitting every part that he can. And now hitting him repeatedly with multiple lariats. And a body backdrop. Now going into the corner, trying to protect himself, but again, corners are not safe zones in this match, and Hijo del Enigma can give as much punishment as he sees fit to get that victory. Using chairs, kendo stick, it doesn't matter. Puts him into position for another chair shot. He tries to protect himself, but he gets hit in the arm, but he's able to reverse into a DDT, head first into the chair. Now Hijo del Enigma is loopy right now. And Eros is trying to take a little bit of a breath, trying to recover from the punishment that he just got from kendo sticks and chairs. It seems like Hijo del Enigma is having a more completely out of control style. He's just letting his aggression out, hitting him as hard as he can, trying to go as much punishment as he can, while Eros is trying to be a little bit more methodical in the damage that he does. But it seems like the style that Hijo del Enigma is putting together is actually working, and he has right now Eros into the canvas, and now he's going to use the ladder as a weapon, putting him into the top rope. We may see Hijo del Enigma throwing Eros into that ladder in the corner, right into the steel, grabbing him in a fireman's carrier, but Eros is able to escape. Eros is trying to lift him up on a pile driver or a power bomb, and going right like his master, Mike Mendoza, for a go to sleep. Another, and he hits face first into the ladder. This could be it. This could be victory, using the move of Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo's master for the victory, but he's not able to actually get that 3 count. putting the ladder on top of Eros. It seems like Hijo del Enigma is about to do an ungodly amount of punishment, sitting on top of the ladder, putting a lot of pressure and discomfort and crushing the trachea. Putting the ladder, he wants to unleash as much punishment as possible to be able to take the victory. And he's using the ladder and going into a splash on the ladder. It was incredible punishment for both Hijo del Enigma and Eros, but this could be it. This could be the amount. But Eros is still in this. He is not giving up, even though that Eros does not care that much about leaving Espíritu as Hijo del Enigma does. Eros just doesn't want to be humiliated by Hijo del Enigma. This is personal for him. He wants to humiliate and punish Hijo del Enigma. Eros has said repeatedly that he blames Hijo del Enigma. And Hijo del Enigma actually is the reason why he was not put into a prominent position in the company of CWN, and why he was not being put into a prominent position here in Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. It seems Hijo del Enigma has brought thumbtacks. The thumbtacks are on the canvas. He is about to use them as a weapon. So slamming him into the thumbtacks could be enough to actually get the victory. He's trying to lift him up for a power bomb, but Eros is able to protect himself. Now Eros have taken the advantage and he's going for a power bomb himself, but Hijo del Enigma is just sandbagging him, not letting him do this, and repeatedly chopping Eros. Hijo del Enigma has put a very dangerous weapon into the ring. It can be used against him, but he can use it as well. It's a very high-risk thing to put thumbtacks into the ring. Oh my god, he grabs him. He has him on a powerbomb position and he slams him. Thumbtack first. Gotten hit, the pain must be excruciating. And using the red mist into his eyes and goes into an Olympic slam. He's knocked out. 1, 2, 3, and it's over. Eros has taken the victory in this matchup. Eros is the winner of this hardcore match, and now Hijo del Enigma has to leave Espíritu Pro Wrestling. Moment of silence in this very hard moment in which right now Hijo del Enigma has to leave the dojo, the dojo that he loves so much, the dojo that he became a wrestler in, the dojo that he respects so much. I just want you to know what Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo means. In Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo, they teach you its loyalty of wrestlers. That's why I'm gonna honor my words, and this is my last match on Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. But before I leave, I want to tell you, on our way out, I have considered you a friend. I was the first one that picked you up for Espíritu, right? Now, I am standing here like a man to tell you that if I hurt you or I offended you, I'm sorry. We see him offering him his hand and apologizing to Eros if he hurt him, to just saying sorry, and they are embracing right now, as this is the last time we will see Hijo del Enigma here in Espíritu Pro Wrestling. Accepting the defeat just for Eros to betray Hijo del Enigma. It seems like Eros does not like Hijo del Enigma. It seems that the anger towards him just runs very deep and humiliate him in the middle of the ring. He's not only not going to go back to Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo, he's just letting him lay there after that low blow. The disrespect of Eros. Thank you everybody for watching. This has been Espíritu Pro Wrestling Dojo. Loser leaves.